this matchup, so we're going to get a good match, people. We're going to have a great time here.
Yeah, they don't need time to download. They've already had that time to download. And honestly, you and I don't really need that time to download it either. We've seen Lucina, we've seen Palutena. These are two of the most prolific characters in Smash Ultimate's meta, and they have been for a very long time. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into game number 1 here on Small Battlefield to see what these two can do against each other. And it's already been a little bit of just that bread and butter from Palutena. A quick 60% built up thanks to some nairs.
Yeah, no matter, like you said, this character has been in the meta for such a long time. And sometimes when you're fighting Palutena, you just start off the game at 70, 60%, depending on who you play. That's just what this character does to you. But good stuff coming out to Leon. Even up the game, this is not a far stretch whatsoever. Gonna walk up with that jab, though. 85% makes recovery. Good ledge trapping situation coming on from Raflow, but Leon on the marks right now.
Both of these characters actually really thrive at ledge, so you're seeing an interesting development here, and that's that neither one of them actually wants to be at ledge. They're kind of sacrificing a little bit of their own strength so that they don't get caught in their opponent's trap. You see Leon contending for center stage, and he's actually going to be able to get that tech chase off of the down tilt, be able to take the first stock. So a fantastic start from Leon. But if we know anything about Raflow, it's that he's not one to let a lead get away from him. He tries for the KO there with the edge guard. Leon does make it back, though, so we'll have to see what he can do.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, I will say this, Leon's hanging on for dear life right now. I love how passive they're playing. Gonna get hit by that back air, though. Makes that recovery. What's the option now? Ooh, get up attack. I respect it, but every get up attack in the game is very punishable. But that recovery from Lucina is just so good. Go for that dancing blade. Gonna get that downward angle. Gonna get the most damage he can off of that. Tries to read the what's it called? Is it called ledge canceling? I forgot the term for that. Yeah, the ledge cancel, but he doesn't end up getting the punish he's looking for. But the thing is, right, Leon is just chilling with 152% right now. Raflow's kind of getting snowballed right now by this Lucina.
Yeah, he's hemorrhaging away as time leads on. Leon now has the advantage of full rage, and because he's at this high percent, Raflow just has to find a stray hit to be able to get this KO. None of his confirms are going to be working anymore, and Leon's not even giving him those stray hits. He's just dancing in and out of Raflow's threat zone, getting back in, finding a hit or two, and then getting right out immediately. But finally, there's that stray hit that I was talking about. Raflow is able to find it, and as a result, he is going to be able to take that stock. But Arbiter, you talked about it, he's bleeding. 98, 99, 104. How is he going to get back into this?
Like this, just like this. Yep. Remember I said, how does Palu start? Sometimes you start off the game with either 38%, right? Probably doing a really good job of just executing and going where they need to go. But this is definitely still in range for Lucina. And as I say that, gonna get that neutral air, slices her into and gets the stock. Look at the snowball coming on from Leon. He's only taking, what, 69, 68% right now and still has his second stock intact. Raflow, on the other hand, has one stock and is trying to find this kill expeditiously, but he just can't do it.
This is a crazy good opportunity for Leon yet again at the ledge, too. The longer that Raflow has to just kind of play like that game of chicken against Leon at the ledge, like, oh, am I going to teleport past or am I going to teleport on? Leon just keeps getting these reads. He catches the teleport yet again with the down smash, puts Raflow at the ledge, and almost finds that up air on the landing. He expected Raflow to go onto the platform, but he didn't quite get it right, so Raflow gets the opportunity to play the video game.
Yeah, finally. And I'm telling you, the cards are stacked against Raflow right now. Like, I'm telling you, I'm a Yugi about to come up, but maybe Yugi has appeared. He does get that forward air and actually ends up getting that second stop. So, not out of the cards. Ooh, you can't be doing risky options like that. Gets the forward throw. What a strange option. Probably a miss input. Probably thought he's going to, make behind the butt. That forward smash. I'll tell you this, dude. Leon has been on point with these reads, with the down tilt, putting those ledge cancels. Unfortunately, it's not going to kill, but that backer will finally do the deed, and Leon will take game number 1 of the set.
Fantastically played overall by Leon, and that actually bodes pretty well for him to be able to do what Mr. E could not coming through into this set. Mr. E, like you mentioned at the start of this, did fall to Raflow in a Game 5 series, but again, it was a Game 5 series with Mr. E also taking the first couple games. So we'll just have to see what can be seen as we get ready to go into the rest of this set, because Raflow is nothing if not adaptable. One thing that I do want to talk about as well is throughout that game, Leon's aerial drift was phenomenal. But you can only mix up aerial drift so many times, and we saw it towards the end of that Raflow started to be catching on to how Leon wanted to drift in disadvantageous situations. And the more that Raflow caught on, the more damage Leon was taking in those disadvantaged situations. So as the set goes on, I'm a little bit worried for him. I'm a little bit worried that he might not be able to escape so unharmed in some of these cases.
Now, you gotta mix up the way you play, man. A strong player isn't only good at getting those downloads, they're good at just adjusting the way they play and certain scenarios. And you're right, the way that they were drifting was very dangerous. I mean, it was working for them for the first couple minutes of that set, right? But by the time the second to last stop was coming into play, Leon was starting to get a little bit too predictable, like you were saying. So, trying to see what can Raflow do to capitalize on those mistakes that Leon is making, or will Leon change his game plan enough to where he has a fresh mindset, a fresh boat to take off Raflow's? Because like you said, right, Raflow actually has the advantage in this scenario, right? He has, what, the higher set count between these two?
Barely.
So, it's one. That's the record. I'd hang it over your head like, yeah, I got a higher number than you. But Leon trying to change history right now definitely wants to make a stand saying, okay, that's nice, but who cares, bro? I'm trying to take this. But now here we go on to game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Anything in between? What stage are we going to see? It's going to be small battlefield.
And yeah, if you want my opinion on what Raflow has to do slightly differently, it's not something that I say often, but I think he has to play a little bit more riskily. Because like you were saying, what Leon was doing, the way he was drifting in those certain situations was very dangerous, but only if Raflow calls it out. If Raflow calls out one bad aerial drift, Leon dies for it. But speaking about call outs, Raflow cannot make it back to the stage. Leon calls out every single option, will not let him land. 105
Let
to 0.
play the game! Let him play the game, please! Oh my god, down tilt. Okay, he is chilling. Like I say, he just had no chance to do anything. Look, untouched, unharmed right now. Dash attack. What's the neutral air? Oh, he took 1%. Thank God, no JBs. Back air. He is all over this man right now. Last, what can he do right now? What can Raflow do?
Raflow needs to find some sort of unpredictable option to get back to stage, and he did exactly that with the drop-down teleport to center. Regaining center stage control for Raflow was extremely critical in that scenario because, as you're seeing, Arbiter, he's then able to start doing Palutena things, building up a lot of damage and starting a ledge trap of his own. Leon is able to get back up to the ledge, but he's not able to get back to the stage. Oh, if Raflow had guessed right there, that was curtains for Leon's first stock.
Yeah, and he needs to make his comeback right now. I don't think this is true, but I think he is at maybe up throw percent. Near the left, definitely do it. Or who cares when you have that up tilt to seal the deal with that first stock. And now Leon taking the lead once again in the set. Maybe it's fall off neutral air. No, it's hard to punish Lucina who's trying to recover. I understand that, but you need to find a way to even out this game before, like Leon did last time, snowball the game into their favor.
Back throw comes through here. This could be big for Raflow, but he needs to close out on it. That's something that he struggled with last game. We saw Leon living to post 160 a couple of times throughout that game number 1. And as a result, that's why Raflow really couldn't take anything, because Leon just refused to die, and he might be doing the same thing again here, Arbiter. 141, but no straight hits coming through until the back air does connect.
Finally, and that's good. This is a way better spot than where he was last time, but here comes Leon, the dangerous, the Lucina from the future, rocking the foul shot. Back air, not gonna do it. I love the way they just ledge trap Raflow. Right, Raflow's been near the ledge a lot during this set, and by the time, even if he like gets a down tilt, oh, is he dead? No, he's fine, he's fine. Up tilt, not gonna do it either.
So many times throughout this, we've been seeing Raflow almost killing. And that's the scariest part, right? Is that Raflow is starting to get those setups, starting to get those like edge guards, and then Leon just gets right back in and says, you almost killed, now watch how you do it correctly. Speaking of doing it correctly, here's the F throw off stage, and yep, the chase up high. That's going to be it for the stock. That's just the bread and butter with Lucina. You've seen it a million times, and you're probably going to see it a million more.
It's effective. It might not be the flashiest thing, but flashy doesn't win you games. Effectiveness does. But good combo coming on from your boy Flo. Gets the forward air, goes off stage. No, not gonna get anything too setting off of that. That's all right. But now this may be Flo's time. Tino takes some advantage, right? Has him near the ledge. There's the forward air back here. Get him on stage. Good play coming on from Flo. If he could just take this, take the jump maybe, or just get this on the edge guard with that back there, he can actually end up making this comeback happen. Good stuff around a Flo.
Yeah, suddenly, this game is very, very doable, and Raflow has actually taken the lead. 49% built up onto Leon, now in a ledge trap situation. That was very nearly exactly what Raflow wanted. Just barely missed out on the hitbox. Instead gets caught by the up smash. Now has to make their landing back down onto the stage against Leon, and we've seen Leon sharking these landings so efficiently. We'll have to see if Raflow can do the same.
And this is definitely even. Okay, as I say that, right, 87% to 109. Anybody can take this. Oh, he did it. The roll behind back throw. The things that Palutena just love to do. And now, kind of the reversal of roles, right? Having Lucina near the ledge. It's the grab, down throw. What's we looking like? Forward throw. Not going to get the kill from they're looking for. But Leon, it could be his set stock. Not set stock, but the match stock as he gets hit by that mighty up air. And Leon, after fighting tooth and nail, I'm sorry, Raflow, fighting tooth and nail to make this comeback happen, actually ends up making the comeback and taking game number 2.
Yeah, after all of that, after the huge lead that Leon had from the start of that game all the way to very nearly the end, suddenly it's Raflow that comes from behind and takes it, and I think that's pretty indicative of how comfortable he is both in this matchup and against Leon. And there's one specific interaction that happened at the end of this game that I want to point to that kind of shows how just comfortable he is against this specific player, and that was at the ledge. He knew that Leon was going to buffer a roll-in as soon as he had the opportunity to. He set Leon up in a position where he had his back against the ledge, and instead of doing literally anything else, Raflow knew he even dash-backed before Leon did the roll. He was so confident that this option was going to come out of this player that he preemptively covered it, and as a result, he was able to take that game pretty comfortably from behind.
And now you gotta, if I was Leon, after just being so dominant during those first couple minutes of the game, and having that taken away from you, you gotta find a way to adjust. I think they're running it back to small battlefield. I blinked, so I didn't get to see what stage they were picking, but Leon, he has, oh, I was wrong. Cotton City is such a great stage. You know why? Because you're going to have those corners, those back airs. A lot of things that Lucina loves to kill you with actually kill horizontally. So also your jump is gone, but not going to get anything off that. That's all right.
And I mean, one of the biggest things, you were talking about things that kill horizontally, and you didn't even mention Nair, man. Like, that is a culprit in a lot of stocks. If, like, Lucina catches you either doing jump get up or neutral get up, Nair is right there, ready to try and take your soul away.
Dude, Nair's hurt box, hit box is so strange. Like, it's so active and it goes above Lucina. I'm just like, dog, what the hell is she doing? But so far, even stocks right now, it is a little bit in Leon's favor. Does get that double-edged dance. So trying to, just lay on the percent right now. Goes for the forward air, neutral near the ledge. Wants the down tilt. Oh, he let go of the ledge. No! There was nothing. There was nothing they could have done there.
No, there was something, Arbiter.
Really?
If he had just waited a little bit longer, he could have up-beat directly to the ledge, but because he pulled the trigger on it early, he went above the ledge and got F-smashed by Leon.
I was gonna say that he had to pray like he maybe went through Lucina, but people, if you don't know this, what I'm sure a lot of you do, if you let go of the ledge, you lose all your iframes. And that forward smash, especially where she slams her sword down on the ground, there is no hope for you. And now Leon's gonna take that to the bank. He's gonna try to cash in this lead if he can, but we all know your boy Flo will try to make this comeback happen like he did last game.
Yeah, Raflow did this already once during game number 2. We'll see if he can do it again on game number 3, but like you were talking about a little bit earlier, it is a lot harder to fight a Lucina on her home stage. Well, not exactly her home stage, but this may as well be her home away from home.
Yeah, no, this is like, I love it here. If I'm Lucina and you think of the town, I'm like, oh no. A lot of the Fire Emblem characters actually love this stage, like Roy, like Chrom. And dude, let's talk about that. Leon's reads on these down tilts have been superb this entire set right now, lads. He's just so good. He down tilts you, he checks your ankle, see if your shoes are real, and if they're not, he will check you on that with either a rollback back air, an up smash or something. And like you said, man, that neutral air going horizontally, Lucina with range on this stage is a threat.
Palutena, maybe he got as much as one. She does finally get that Nair drag down into the up tilt KO confirmed, but another thing that we didn't really point out, a good chunk of Palutena's KO options rely on killing vertically, both up air and up tilt. And the thing about Town and City is that it's got the highest legal blast zone of any of our stages. So you're not going to be killing as early as maybe your opponent will with those nairs when you're only looking for things like up air or up tilt. You're going to have to rely on those stray bears, or maybe those stray, like maybe an F smash on the ledge, something, because Lucina certainly has the advantage when it comes to KO power here.
Exactly, and oh,
bye-bye. See you later, bro.
No. Yo, what we talking about? How this is her home? Yep. Lucina lives in here, dog. Yo, and Leon trying to make that statement. Like I said, he's trying to get that set number, make it even, or hell, even make it in his favor right now. And Flow's playing really well. He just needs to tech those down tilts, man. He has to. I feel like he's letting Leon get away with those a little bit too much, right? He'll get a down tilt. He won't tech it in time, so he'll eat like a down smash or maybe a forward tilt, something, right? You need to be able to tech those on reaction. So, and Leon has just been playing this so well. And like you said, right, Town has a relatively big vertical blast zone. So if you're Lucina, you're not going to be killing as early as you want to. Lucina, I mean, for Palu, you're not going to kill as early as you want to on that stage. Lucina is just like, yep. We eating good tonight, boys. We eating good on that stage. But now we're gonna see, where is Raflow gonna go?
They did pick back to small battlefield. I don't know if you caught that in our little extra game feed that our production guy has so kindly given to us.
And production as well, man.
Yeah, shout outs to production. They've been killing it all day long. But yeah, so we're going back to small battlefield, which Burr is telling us how tired he is. We're going back to small battlefield, which I can see exactly why. Raflow was able to keep it very, very close during game number 1, make a crazy comeback during game number 2, due to just the properties of the stage, not just the blast zone, but the way the platforms are laid out. Raflow can take such good advantage of sharking Leon's landings, but he does have to be careful, because we saw a lot of the reverse being true as well. It's very difficult for Palutena to land against a Lucina with stage control.
Yep, you are completely correct about that. And that's why he actually ends up liking that stage too. But the thing about Lucina is Lucina doesn't have bad stages, like at all. There's good stages,
true.
And there's stages that she is okay with. So wherever she ends up going, she's definitely gonna be okay with that, and especially Leon. But there we go, yeah, bread and butter. Put some toast on that. Get them triples from Burger King, baby.
Yeah, that's something that I've actually talked quite a bit about with some other people, is that there are certain characters in this game that don't have bad stages. They just have some stages that are much better than others. And Palutena is a lesser example of that, but not nearly to the extent that Lucina is.
Yeah, Lucina is just neutral. Lucina rewards good neutral, and everything else on that is just the icing on the cake. And you can tell Leon has not only a strong neutral, his punish game is on point, but gonna get a little bit overzealous with that back air. That back air is very safe.
Raflow very nearly caught Leon lacking there with the roll-in dare. But he was able to get the shield up in time, so is still going to be holding on. Back air comes through. This is an edge guard situation, but instead we're going to turn it into a ledge trap. And that's something that I like about what Raflow has been doing. It's a little bit too risky, like the risk reward just isn't quite there to go out and try and edge guard Lucina. So instead he's just opting for the thing he's most comfortable at, and that's ledge trapping. And as a result, we see that KO that just happened.
Yeah, man. And dude, explosive flame near the platform is so good, but that back air, as we just saw, what is the down air? Dude, the ledge trap is insane, and the edge guarding. Palutena has so many tools to deal with that explosive flame on that platform. Not gonna get it. Good anti-air coming on from your boy Leon. And like, I think it was the very first time we've seen like Raflow hold a lead this dominant in this set so far. But they made a comeback on game 2. Ooh, yikes. Guess we ended up missing those, but that's the first time he's ever held a lead during this set.
Raflow has kind of shown a bad habit of his throughout this set, that he really likes doing drop-down up B to regain center stage past whatever ledge trap attempt is going on. Leon now having definitely caught on to it, did sniff it out there, but it might not matter if you die here. What a
nice! He had that L button on luck, baby. He said, no matter what happens, I'm gonna, oh my, ooh, that was dope. The ledge cancel, because he's getting punished by those. Okay, we saw the shield break. Dude, right now, Leon is swinging. He's like, yo, one of these gotta land. I gotta get this stock eventually, but he actually does end up doing it, but is it a little too late? Palu has so many good kill confirms, like that very last hit of that up air.
keep them guessing where you're going next. Dash dance on that platform just a little bit for us. Nair into fair, though, from Leon, going to put Raflow back in a bad spot. He teleports quickly into center stage, but Leon does get a little bit extra before Raflow starts doing Palutena things. And Arbiter, I don't know about you, but it's looking like a game 5 to me.
I smell the game 5, bro. What I'm saying about Yugi, bro, the cards are stacked against Leon right now. Has to find a way to fight against this ledge. Wants to grab. Thank God for being a shorty. Goes for that forward smash. Good stuff. Raflow has caught on that I'm getting punished by these ledge cancels. So if I go off the ledge, I'm just going to shield. Like we saw during that second stock, goes to the counter, gets the jab, gets that simple damage, and gets the stock with that back air. Godlike play coming off from Raflow, and now we're on the game 5, the first game 5 of your top 8.
Yeah, fantastically played overall from him. Even like you even see like the head nods coming through in the player cam down at the bottom. He's feeling himself, but Leon, he's down, he's not out. Be very careful because you see which counterpick stage they're going to next just as well as I do. We're going to be heading back to Town and City, and if you remember from 2 games ago...
He kind of ate on this stage.
He was eating on this stage, bro. He was eating good.
He was feasting, right? It was Thanksgiving early for your boy Leon, but maybe... Oh. Okay, I thought I heard Metal Gear Rising music. I low-key... oh, this is a good song. Okay. I mess with the modded setup. I love it a lot. But no,
I just want like a whole Metal Gear Rising soundtrack for like FD or whatever.
Give me the rules of nature on Battlefield. Let it happen. Let it happen, bro. Give me some of that Dark Souls. Give me that Osiris Consume King. Run me that bro. Please.
I need Board of the Boreal Valley.
Yes.
It's like as soon as like I come up against like a PGR player, it comes up on stream in the background.
That is the last thing you will ever hear, dog. Dude, Dark Souls music would go so hard in this game for nothing. But I gotta respect every single song pick that has been here so far. But it's gonna be the final set of this match. Latch, you ready? I am ready.
I am so ready to see how Raflow overcomes the beast that is Leon on this stage. And it looks like Raflow is trying to figure out how that's going to happen too. He's not off to the best start, hasn't really found that stray hit yet, but he does call out the spot dodge with that long-lasting F-tilt. I like that a lot.
Exactly. And as you're saying that, right, we're seeing him low-key turn up the heat right now. Go for that neutral air out of shield. Good fast option. If you can force Palu near the ledge, you're in a really good spot last. Neutral air again. Giving up to a little bit of stage control, and that's what happens, right? Palu goes for those nair turns that everyone just is so unfortunate to get hit by. But good catch on the up air.
Catches the jump in, but it's not going to be nearly enough yet. Leon finds his footing and is looking for a nair as a result. They just reset neutral, and it's Raflow that comes charging in with a nair of his own. Has Leon stuck on the ledge and gets a dare to put him back off stage again. Oh, he had that. Whoa!
That was dope. I respect that option. And now, good thing coming on from Raflow. We're starting to see why the set count between these two is in their favor, because the adaptation, the down coming off from the Goddess of White is immaculate. 51%. We saw that downer come off from that platform, but the early recovery coming off from Leon. There's the forward smash. Leon just has no option, not a prayer right now. I mean, this is the rotary with that forward smash. Raflow has, this could be a 3-stock last. This could be a 3-stock if we're not careful.
Dash back F smash against a person of Leon's caliber. Apparently it's Raflow, and I'd like to care. Yeah, like what's going through this man's head at the moment?
He knows this guy. They played so many times. He's like, I know you want to do this. That's not that's something you know by instinct. Like I've played you so many times. I know what you want to do, but now here we go, baby. We're gonna have a lot of damage tapped onto this Lucina, 45% right now.
And it's going to keep on ticking up until Leon can finally find this KO. Hasn't been able to do it yet, but does get the down tilt. We've seen a lot come off of these, but Arbiter, he's taking your advice. He teched a down tilt, and he might win the set as a result.
He got in-game coaching, bro. What am I to find yet? But like I was saying, right, if you were able to tech those, you can really save yourself and put yourself in a lot of bad situations, right? But this snowball, I mean, this is an avalanche right now coming on from Raflow. 91% with only 1 stock left. Raflow has 2 stocks. All he really needs to do is get a good down throw into maybe an upper read, a good back air edge guard, and he can take this set. And this is exactly what he needs right now. Maybe a counter? No, not gonna go for it. Oh,
Almost caught the roll in with the up smash, but Leon did time it correctly, so he's going to be able to get back as a result. And we're talking up a lot about Raflow, but this is still very doable for one of France's longest standing top players. Leon's done this before, and he will probably do it again. It just remains to be seen if he can do it here and now. Does not get the nair on Raflow's get up. Instead, a get up attack comes through, but they're going to reset neutral. Raflow landing with a back air. Now has Leon defrost yet again. Oh, and the jump into the landing there. Raflow just got tricked. He got his ankles broken, and as a result, Leon's able to reset the situation.
But the thing is, right, he can only afford so many mistakes. He went for that neutral layer, goes for the upper, but just not gonna land it. And as you're saying, he tried to break his ankles, and he ended up doing that. But back will end up killing him. I don't think it will. No, he was center staying. Thank the Lord. Didn't have to edge guard, or didn't have to air dodge that supposed to flame. But you better believe that back throw will take it. And good stuff from Raflow, making the comeback happen. The reverse, that wasn't a reverse 3-0.
No, they traded back and forth. 1-1-1-1.
And he got the better of those trades. God, like, that was such a dope set. We had the Unix music as the very last song for that whole set. We had France's finest, like you said, and it was a comeback story. And he just played that really well. Unfortunately, yeah! I don't know who that dude is, but let him know. Let him know. Guys, people, we love to do it here. Big at Won It, the free agent edition. Hope you guys are having a great time right now. And that was only the first game of the set of like top 8 people. That was game
we're
1.
we're just getting started. That was the first set. We've got so many more hype sets to bring you throughout this entire tournament, and we'll